Hello, welcome to Real Talk Live with Arnette D Love. I know I'm coming to you late, but listen, better late than never. And it is time for us to talk story. It is time for us to have a conversation. And if you are listening, if you're up with me, I want you to join in and talk to me. Look, when I say I have a lot to lose, what immediately comes to your mind? When a person says that they have a lot to lose, most of us think, oh, they got some money, they got a house, they got this, all monetary stuff. We're thinking that when people say I got a lot to lose, it has to be monetary. But do we ever take the time to think that when a person say I have a lot to lose, they're talking about their character? They're talking about their integrity. Because see, that's all that we have that really matters. That's what people don't understand. When I was raised, my grandmother used to always tell me, all you have that's worth anything is your word. Do not have people believing that your word is nothing more than a lie. And so when I tell people I have a lot to lose, I'm talking about my character. I'm talking about the way people see me. I'm talking about my word. I'm talking about when I walk into a room, how do people look at me? As a nobody, or as somebody that they can respect. And I know most of us, we don't think about what people think. We don't care about what they think. But at some point, you got to care about something. When you are the problem, when you have damaged or tarnished your reputation so bad that they just think you are full of lies, at that point we do have to care about what somebody thinks. And so when I tell people I have too much to lose, it just trips me out the way they look at me like, you don't have anything. Okay, well, I might not have the big old luxury car and the big old pre-mansion and all that stuff like that, but I have my reputation. And to me, if I lose my reputation, I might as well not have any of that stuff anyways, because even with your pre-mansion or your mansion and your big pretty cars and your nice $1,000 clothes and your suits and all that good stuff and your nice alligator shoes, if you are a liar, if your word is not hitting on anything, you have lost a lot. People need to be able to depend on you. People need to be able to say that that's a reputable person. What they say, they mean. And they don't go around just throwing out false hope. And that is worth more than anything materialistic in this life. Your word. I didn't understand all the time what my grandmother was saying as I was growing up. But then I realized that people respect you when you stand on your word, when you stand on business, when you say the same thing in every room that you go to. And that is what gets people's attention, when you don't deviate, when you don't change, when you're not going with the wind. You're changing over here because these people this way, and then you come over here and you change because these people this way, and then when you need something, you back over here. Nobody respects that. You have to be about your business, and you have to be about your word. What you say, you have to mean. Let your yays be yays and your nays be nays. Come on. It's in the word of God. But I'm not here to preach to you. But what I'm trying to say is everything that you have, when you say I have a lot to lose, that monetary stuff, that materialistic stuff, that is the least of your worries. If you lose that, there's always a chance that you can get it back. But if you lose your reputation to something negative, it's going to be very difficult to get it back. And the reason why is people always remember the bad stuff about us. They always remember when we did not, dot every I and cross every T. They barely remember now when we went out and did charity work and gave to the needy and worked hard and, fiving and diming and all that stuff, they hardly remember that stuff. But as soon as you make the wrong decisions, the wrong turn, the wrong call, or you lie, people will remember that, and that is going to spread like wildfire. Or wildfire, excuse me. When you do something good, look at how slow it is to get around. But as soon as you do something bad, oh baby, they know it all across town into the next city. And so that is why I always tell people, I have a lot to lose. Though you look at me and say, this girl ain't got nothing. Like my mother used to say, you ain't got a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out. And that's the way I look at, myself, because I always want to stay humble, okay? I always want to stay humble. But to me, my most important asset is my reputation, is my word. That's why I tell my story before I allow anybody else to tell my story. See, I'm gonna knock that right on out off your lips, because I'm not gonna allow you to tell my story. I'll tell my story the way that it happened, and then if you have questions, you can come to me. But I don't let people tell my story. Even if I find out that you have told my story, I'm going to come back behind you and tell my story. And then if you have any questions, you can come back to me, because my reputation means everything to me. And the things that I did in my past that I was not too fond of, I cannot regret it. I learned and I teach others from my past. And that is why it is so important for us to have an upstanding demeanor. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But if you do things that are not good, admit that you did things that are not good. See what I'm going? See where I'm going? Admit that you did things that were not good, that you should not have been done. Use that as transparency to teach someone else. Don't be ashamed and lie about it, because your word is everything. Your character is everything. And nobody's perfect, as I said. So in your character, you're going to have imperfections. And so you might as well put it out yourself. When somebody go tell your story, go and yay or nay it. Did it happen or did it not happen? And if it happened, own up to it. Own up to it, because you have a lot to lose, and most of it is your reputation. It has nothing to do with what you've earning. It has nothing to do where you living. It has nothing to do about your car. It has nothing to do with your familial status. It really doesn't. You have a lot to lose. See, with me, I done had plenty, and I'm gonna tell y'all know I like to tell the truth, shame the devil. I done had so many opportunities to do things that I shouldn't do, have relationships that are forbidden. I done had all these type of opportunities, okay? Like most women, because a beautiful woman is always tried, never denied, and ready to be tried again. And that is why we as beautiful queens, we have to make the choice to do things that is right for ourselves. We have to remember that we have too much to lose to be out here messing with somebody's husband. You have your reputation. All it takes is for somebody to come out and start saying she's messing with my husband. That makes you look horrible. I mean, I'm sorry it's tight, but it's right. But we got to understand, I'm here to tell you that you have too much to lose to lower your standards to go out and mess with somebody's husband. Okay? So this is why I choose to not do things like that. And don't get me wrong now, because a lot of times I'm tempted to do things that I shouldn't do. But I take my time with everything. I think about everything. I'm always pondering over something. And then when I realize, hey, I'm reminded that God didn't put you on this earth to be second to anybody. God did not put you here to be the other woman or the side chick. Matter of fact, you too old to be somebody's side chick. You see? And so that is why I'll tell a person, quit. I have too much to lose. And you should see their faces when they feel like, what do you have? I have my reputation. I have my character, my demeanor. I have that. I have my word when I go out and tell other women that this is not how we should be acting. And I'm doing the same. Oh no, I would not be caught up in the sauce. And I want to encourage other people, whether you are male or female, that you are not here to be somebody's extra. You're not here to be second, because that is nothing. There is nothing that's going to make you happy being a side piece. Okay? It's temporary pleasure, but it is not going to fulfill you, and it is going to cause you to lose something. And I'm talking about reputation. Sometimes it's your job. Sometimes it can be your house. Okay? It can be your material things, if that's the way you want to look at it. But for me, my word means everything. My reputation means everything. That's why I would not allow anybody to tell my story. I encourage you to use your story as a testimony and let somebody else know that you are not in this alone. You have not gone through this by yourself. Someone else has been there. There is nothing new under the sun. You have a lot to lose based on the decisions that you make. That is how you use your life to be transparent and to help others and to uplift others. And that is what I strive to do weekly when I come on and talk about things on this show. Real Talk with Arnette D. Love. It's all about hitting certain things that other people are afraid to approach. But I'm not afraid to approach anything, but for some reason, some things not even worth my time. Some things I'm not going to keep beating, and you can't keep beating a dead horse, okay? Some things it just doesn't matter to me. But I do feel wholeheartedly passionate about your word, your reputation, how people see you. I would rather somebody just come to me in rags than someone to come to me in riches and lie every time they open their mouth. I would rather see a person in rags that is truthful and that is loving and caring and just want to help others. And let me tell you something, if that's you, if that's me, the blessings are going to be on top of blessings. Blessings on top of blessings. But to be a rich person or person that's wealthy and you're not trustworthy, people see through that. People watch what you do and they see the lies just popping all around. Listen, I was promised some things a few times and I didn't approach the individuals because you know what? I believe that you are what you show. And if you show that you are a constant liar, that is what you are. And I got to accept it. When a person show you who they are, believe them. And so I believe that whatever you show me, that's what I'm going to accept. And I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to talk about you. I'm not even going to turn my back on you. But I am going to handle you appropriately. As they say in the old days, I'm going to handle you with a long handled spoon because I know that you cannot be trusted. And it's okay because you don't owe me anything. If your word means nothing to you, so may it be. My word means everything to me. That's why if I can't make your event, I'm going to call you and tell you I can't make the event. Or if I'm going to be late, I am going to make it known to you that I am going to be late for your event. I'll call you if I can to see if you're still going, if it's still going on. I'm going to always keep you abreast on what I'm doing when I change the narrative, okay? Get that, change the narrative. Whenever you change the narrative on someone, you should keep them posted. Not have people thinking that you're going to be somewhere and you know you're not. That's why a lot of times I don't even make arrangements to be places in advance because I know that there's always something coming up in my life. So I try not to ink anything in my calendar, okay? Everything in my calendar is penciled in. And so I do that because I do not want to disappoint, because I have a lot to lose. If I lose my integrity, I have lost everything. That is how I was raised. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just trying to tell you how people do you. If you lose your integrity, if people think that you're a liar, they're not going to have anything for you. They're going to talk about you. That's just like, okay, if y'all know me, you know I love ginger ale. Okay, so that's just like people who steal, okay? You're going to have these same people around here smiling and grinning in your face, but they're telling everybody how you're so much of a thief. How do I know? Because I witnessed it. I had people coming into my office, especially when I worked at the church, telling me about all the thieves, all the liars, telling me all that stuff about people to be mindful because they be in and out of my space. And so you walking around here with your head high and your reputation is shot. Your reputation is shot because you have done something that is unbecoming in your life. You have to understand that all you have in life is your reputation. Monetary stuff can be taken away at the drop of a dime. Listen, because see, what people don't understand, there are blessings that are not divine. Some things that we call blessings are not divine blessings. And the blessings that are not divine are those that we lose. Okay? So that house that wasn't a divine gift, okay, you can lose that. So anything that God gives us that is a divine gift from him, it's not going anywhere. I don't care how tight times get. Guess what's going to happen? He's going to make a way to provide to keep you in that gift that he has given you. That's a divine gift, okay? So when we out here thinking that we're better than other people, talking down on people, and you know, lying about certain things, understand this. Your reputation is all you have. Your word is all you have. And I dare not want to be walking around here and people saying, oh, she is so messy. She is so messy. All she do is talk about folks. And all she do. See, I didn't have that in my life. My grandmother, and I always talk about my grandmothers because they were a huge part of my life. And my grandmother didn't show me that. My mother's mother didn't gossip. Matter of fact, she barely had any girlfriends around. Really, she didn't. She hung with her sisters. She had enough sisters that kept her time occupied. And then my father's mother wouldn't dare talk about anybody because she always said, what makes you better than somebody else that you can afford to talk about somebody? Look at you first. And so, you know, I always tend to look at me. You know what I'm saying? I know my struggles. I know what I have. I know what I don't have. And so I dare not get around here and try to put my mouth on somebody else because I wasn't raised like that. And see, I know y'all think, okay, love do all this talking. But if you notice, love do so much talking, but love talks about love. Yeah, I'm speaking in third person. No, don't get offended. But I talk about myself. And most of the stuff that I talk about when it comes to my business, and y'all, I cannot see who's listening to me or who's watching me. I can't see it. I don't have my glasses on. But understand that most of the stuff that I talk about happened 20, maybe 30 years ago. But I'm still teaching from my experiences because I want people to know that they're not alone in this walk, in this thing that we call life. You are not alone. And more than anything, more than your properties, more than your clothes that you put on your body, your reputation is important. It's just as important. Let me say that. It's just as important because have you ever been around anybody and you hate when they come, or you've been in an area and somebody show up and you hate when they come? I remember that I was talking to someone that I hadn't talked to in years, and as soon as they started opening their mouth, I remembered why I hated being around this person. Oh, it's a shame now. It's a shame. But I remembered because of their demeanor and their disposition why I didn't prefer to be around this particular person. You know what I'm saying? They're lying and they know everything and you can't get a word in, and I'd be like, I need my peace. See, and you cannot allow people to take your peace from you, to remove you from your peace. That's a law. See, that's what I'm trying to say. When you say I have a lot to lose, it doesn't always mean money. It could mean your peace of mind, okay? We have to take all this into consideration because some of us have anger issues. And when our peace get disturbed, we start acting out. And guess what? You start acting a fool, you're going to lose something. Whether it be somebody talking about, hey, they don't know how to behave. They can't work here, right? They don't know how to behave. We don't want them at the party. Okay? Your reputation is everything. And I am the one to tell you, when it comes to me, it is worth more than anything monetary. I don't care how much you have in your pockets. I don't care what you drive. If you are a nasty individual that lie all the time, I don't want any of your time. Any of your time, any of your money. I don't want none of it, not even your honey. I don't want it. And because that's how I was raised. When you are used to just dealing with what you have, and being blessed by what you have, and accepting and being grateful for what you have, what other people have would not impress you. That would not even bother you. You're not even going to think about it. If you are happy within yourself and you are grateful for what you have been blessed with, you are not going to worry about what someone else has. I was taught a long time ago to be happy for the advancements of others, because what God has for you is for you and it's coming. Okay? So I don't get excited because somebody that has money come around me, because you are not obligated to do anything for me with your coins. You having money is good for what? You. That's it. It's not going to benefit me in any way at all. I'm happy for you, but I'm happy within myself. And I have to stay happy. I have to be able to look myself in the mirror and say, I am satisfied. I am proud of you. I am glad that you are representing me. Listen, it's affirmations. I've been doing this since I was a little girl. Because, see, I had a moment in my life where I didn't know how beautiful I was. And my mother started that affirmations in our house, baby. She would make me stand in front of the mirror for 30 minutes. 30 minutes a day. Hold on. Okay. 30 minutes a day, I would have to stand in front of the mirror and tell myself how pretty I was. 30 minutes a day, I would have to stand in front of the mirror, not only telling myself how pretty I was, I had to tell myself that I am enough. I don't need friends. Now, that part was a bit extreme, but that's what Mama said to do, so I had to do it. I didn't need any friends. And please don't teach your children don't need any friends, baby, because I'm going to tell you, that's a road to being very selfish. But that's what my mother did. And I don't regret it, but I just don't want you to mess your kids up. Okay? But that's what I did. I didn't need friends. I had my mama. That is what I used to have to say to myself. But that helped me strong, okay? Because I'm able to walk, my journey by myself if need be. Don't want to walk it by myself because, look, iron sharpens iron. Okay, so we do need each other, but if push come to shove and I have to step out alone, honey, I'm going to step out alone because my mother taught me how. And I owe that to my mother. And this is why I do this stuff, because somebody don't have a mother to tell them what they need to do or to advise them on how to live their life or how to get through the rough patches. So they have me. They have me. And you'll be surprised how many people go into my messenger and thank me for my videos. And I want to thank you guys for watching my videos. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not doing this for monetary gain. If I was, I've been stopped. Okay? But I thank you for letting me know that you learned something. I thank you for letting me know that you appreciate me being honest with you and transparent. And I'm going to be transparent tonight, just like I've been before in the past. You only have your word, meaning your reputation is not worth losing. Your word is not worth being tarnished. Be true to you, and what you say out your mouth, let it be true. Okay? Let it be true. Let me see what we working with here. I need my glasses on. Y'all know that Facebook is stuff on this phone is so small, and I don't want to keep you no more than 30 minutes, 35 at the most, but normally 30. But be true to yourself. Okay, do not allow anybody to take you out of your character. And I had to learn this because a few years ago, baby, I pretty much lost it, you know, but I had to learn, and it comes from fasting and prayer. Sometimes you can only get rid of demons by fasting and prayer. Don't be afraid to fast and pray, okay? Because sometimes that's what it's going to take. But do not let anybody convince you that just because they have money and they have monetary things in their lives and materialistic things, that they have more to lose than you, because that is not so. They can have all these things and be a rotten individual, and they are looked at as that rotten individual with money and cars and house and all that stuff. We don't care nothing about that. I don't care anything about that, me personally. And I want you to feel that much assurance about yourself that you don't care about what they're driving, because they have a terrible disposition. And understand that even with you and myself who don't have those things, if we have a terrible disposition, if we walk around here lying just to be lying for no reason, making promises that we know we're not going to keep, if we do that, we are ruining, or should I say we are losing, the best thing that we have to offer, and that is our reputation. Our word is our everything. Our word is golden. Please do not let anybody convince you otherwise. Your word can get you far. Your good name can get you far. Trust me when I tell you. When people see that you stick to what you say and you don't change like the wind, when they blow over here, you over there, or blow over here, you over there. When people see that you stick to what you're saying, they gain a certain respect about you, and they're not worrying about what you're driving in outside, and they're not worrying about what you have on or how much it costs, as long as they can see that, yeah, she got dressed up. She tried to look nice today and she succeeded. She don't have much, but I respect her because she stands on her word. It means a lot. It means a lot. So if you didn't pick up anything that I said tonight, please remember that your word is golden. Your word is what we say bond. Your word means so much, and your word, your reputation, your demeanor, it's not worth losing. Do not lose yourself worrying about looking big, looking like you have succeeded. You are a success story just because you're still here. You are a success story because you have went through your journey and you're still pushing and moving on through the rest of your journey. You are a success. And guess what? If you're still breathing, there's a lot more for you to do. We have to keep moving until we take our last breath. And listen, when I take my last breath, I'm going to take my last breath trying to teach, trying to be transparent, trying to put everything out that I can so someone else would know this is not the first time that this has happened in this life. Listen, remember, God loves you. I love you. Make sure you love yourself. Then you can go on and properly love someone else. Till we shall meet again, may you be tremendously blessed. And please remember that you have a lot to lose. Thank you.